This video is intended to describe the composition of a light blade talisman named Purity. Starting with this main blade band right here is Super 7. Super 7 is an exotic variant of amethyst, synergistically combining amethyst, cacoxenite, however you pronounce that correctly, gosite, lepicrosite, rutile, smoky quartz, and quartz. A little bit of tongue twister just to describe this stone by itself. And to subcapacitate that frequency as it runs a current through the entire apparatus is rutilated quartz, which is quartz and rutile to work as a supercharging acceleration of this purple ray high crown concentration frequency this device mostly adheres to. So I will be employing this crude chakra map in tandem with this description to emphasize the stimulation points of this device's octave pitch. This right here, of course, the purple ray, Super 7 Exotic Amethyst, has a very strong crown stimulation. Running like so, between rutilated quartz to accelerate the frequency, going into a transmutation blade band ratio, consisting of hematite and smoky quartz, running like so, up here and up around here, and completing the circuit like so. Hematite smoky quartz make a very powerful effect on the base chakra to ground all excess energy and insulate the field and purify it consistently into the earth meridian matrix for reprocessing. So hematite is very powerful for grounding all radial stray energies firmly through the root chakra into the earth stars, triangulated into the earth meridian matrix to ensure the contact patch is always grounded into the earth plane. Smoky quartz, of course, in tandem with that, works to purify the entire energy field and ground all excess stray energies as well, and purify the field and ground it into the earth for reprocessing. So that capacity makes a lovely transmutation effect as the current runs through the main blade banding like so. It slows it down, grounds it through to ensure the contact patch is of the highest frequency yield for tangible purposes into the earth plane where Mother Gaia needs the most. At the very top of this apex band right here is a combination of faceted quartz to work as an neutral programmable acceleration of this blade band, in combination with Auralite 23, which is another highly exotic amethyst variant, which will take forever to mention all 23 of the minerals, but either way, it is a stone of miracles and is also a very prominent purple ray stone of light body activation. In combination with tanzanite, which tanzanite makes a very lovely 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th heart-mind coherence engagement of the heart-mind continuity. So the advantages of tanzanite are pretty vast in the aspect of the heart and the mind being the focus of the stimulation of that kind of coherence is very good for intuition of all aspects, as well as impeccability of speaking in theory, between the 4th, 5th simulation and the 6th, 5th simulation to ensure one's highest knowledge from the heart and from the mind ensures the focus of the 5th chakra to explain things with impeccability and with their insights. Okay. Got that main part out of the way. I will get into the main blade banding now of the blade face. This right here is seraphinite. Seraphinite is a lovely green ray stone named after the seraphim archangels and is one of the premier healing stones of our age. It has a very powerful cellular respiration imbuement of high frequency healing seraphic energy throughout the entire chakra column, from the earth stars all the way to the soul star. Its very powerful imbuement of high frequency healing energy is very useful in such a high yield apparatus, and to keep the modalities of outmodeled patterns from reestablishing to one's auric field is one of the paramount aspects of this utilization of seraphinite at the apex tip of such a high-frequency purple ray blade. Right here is Libyan gold tektite, which is strong stimulation of the sacrum and solar plexus, as well as being a firestorm elemental stone that was utilized by pharaohs of old in their power breastplates, carved into a scarab beetle primarily. And it's a very powerful stone for manifestation and intensification of one's solar plexus in alignment with their divine will. This right here is moldavite, The green ray stone of infamy that should not need much introduction in this video, but has a very powerful green ray cosmic heart stimulation that aligns one's etheric blueprint to one's highest dharmic path very rapidly. This right here is the lovely Holly Blue Agate, a very rare variant of agate which is a stabilizing effect of the wind elemental purple ray, hence the 6th and 7th stabilization and stimulation are achieved by the Holly Blue Agate. So once again, it's a very rare stone and very lovely to be utilized in such a high frequency purple ray device to stabilize the crown and 6 with this intensive stimulation. And over here, at the very tip of the blade, or the apex down here, is jet. Jet is a black ray carbon-based stone used by druids of old to purify negativity into positivity. Hence, it's a carbon-ray black-based stone. You can think of it as almost like a charcoal purification filter for the entire frequency apparatus, which makes a perfect antithesis to such a high purple ray purification, to have the black ray ensure the contact patch further of purification into the earth for reprocessing. And it's very useful for mitigation of black magic of kinds. That was what is famously utilized by the druids of old for this purpose. So obviously in such a high purity device, having the black ray antithesis is very, very useful to ensure the further contact patch of such a rarefied current through the base, in the earth stars, into the earth meridian matrix for consistent reprocessing. And right here is fulgurite. Fulgurite is petrified lightning, which carries the energy of lightning striking sand, which is very, very empowering to the entire light body resonance of the energy body, as well as intensification of intention or prayers, if you would, by keeping one in that lightning frequency emanation. And right here is a very special variety of amethyst called Four Peaks Amethyst. I'm not sure if it can be seen very well in this video, but Four Peaks Amethyst from Arizona has a very unusual growth pattern. It looks nearly like an celestial quartz, or celestial amethyst that would be, with very interesting etching patterns. And so oftentimes this mine is probably owned by a family that actually will only incorporate this in jewelry purposes. So rare raw specimens are relatively hard to come by, so I've been told from my source, who is a crystal shop owner here in Mount Shasta. So there it is, Four Peaks Amethyst. And above that, right here, is Celestial Amethyst, which was auspiciously gifted to me during the crystal acquisitions for this device right here. When I went to acquire the crystals for this device, a woman from a crystal shop, another friend of mine, she actually gifted me this Celestial Amethyst auspiciously, rather serendipitous, that is part of now the function of this device. So this right here, of course, celestial quartz or smoky quartz or amethyst makes a very lovely higher self frequency governance. The celestial pattern makes a very successful template of an auto regulator, or a dimmer switch, if you would, of the higher self regulation of the ensuring the highest contact patch that the wielder requires for any given situation. Hence, it's a very reactive stone, and to ensure that the proper energetic balance is always in alignment based on situational energetic application. And down here, before I go further up to where the hood will be installed with this purple leather right here, I will get into the selenite on both sides, which is a lovely purification stone throughout the entire chakric auric field meridian system, as well as a strong stimulation of the 6th, 7th, and 8th and beyond to the higher self energy compatibility. And in a more applicable term for why it's being utilized in this device is the amplification, purification, and harmonization of this entire frequency output. So that in itself is very evident in its triumphant use in such a device. And next to the selenite is black, orange, green, and blue kyanite. The kyanites in all varieties make very rapid transfer of energy throughout the entire energy system. Hence, black kyanite makes very rapid transfer between the base, the Earth stars, and the Earth meridian matrix. The orange kyanite makes very rapid transfers of the sacrum to the astral self input, so to speak, for intention purposes. Green kyanite rapidly bridges any kind of deficiency to the heart of all kinds through the entire energy system. And blue kyanite rapidly transfers energy throughout the neural pathway prefrontal lobe section. So the four in tandem make a very rapid transfers of energy that have a hard time having anything actually stick to it that is not of the higher self configuration. It's rather complex to explain in succinct detail, but in a nutshell, the kyanites of all four spectrums available to me make very rapid transfers of energy throughout the entire energy system, and will also intensify the projection of any kind of intentional magic being wielded with this device. And moving on, right here we have blue lace agate, which is a water elemental stone that stabilizes the 5th chakra. Right here we have shungite, which is another black red carbon-based stone that's very much in vogue right now for being an EMF mitigator, as well as a subtle DNA purifier and protector of energy, which works lovely in tandem with the jet down here, both black ray carbon-based purification stones. And up here we have the lovely Larimar, which makes a lovely stimulation of the 5th and 6th chakras to have an oasis of calm energy, also a stone of the goddess, as well as a enhancement of the 5th chakra for voice projection. So very, very good for any kind of counselors or even singers for that matter to intensify the projection of the 5th chakra. And this right here is serpentine, here from Mount Shasta. It makes a lovely kundalini stimulation for the entire chakra column from the base all the way up. And right here is black tektite. Just like moldavite and Libyan gold tektite, it is a stone of extraterrestrial origin of a nickel iron meteorite oftentimes impacting sand to catch that cosmic jolt of energy in a black ray format. So with this extraterrestrial energy, it makes a very strong stimulation, luckily from the feet up, which is a very powerful light body activator. But since it's a black ray stone, it actually has a very strong grounded influence for its energy output, which is very useful in all aspects of light body engineering. And this right here is petalite. Petalite is a lithium-based clear ray stone, very powerful for embodying the higher self-witness perspective, which goes lovely in tandem with such a high purple ray higher mind activation frequency. And to keep it all more grounded, this right here is fire agate to stabilize the base, sacrum, and solar plexus, and to ensure the stabilization of the lower 3 chakras with such a high frequency device is very critical. And to further stabilize that grounding output is the red jasper. Red jasper grounds and stabilizes and stimulates the red root ray chakra of the earth frequency. Then down over here is moss green agate, which stabilizes the 4th and base chakras, is a water elemental stone to stabilize the entire energy centers in that aspect, as well as encourage etheric blueprint factory settings, if you would, to reestablish on the auric fields template. And this right here is turquoise. Turquoise is a lovely 5th ray stone of wholeness of continuity, based on the focus of the earth, fire, water, and wind, thereby containing the storm element unity through a 5th ray focus of wholeness. So a great stone for wisdom and also pranic stimulation of all kinds. And the main engine right here is golden healer quartz. Golden healer quartz is a very powerful heart stimulation of gold white light crystalline frequency alignment of source of creation. So that would be the main engine, of course, to be able to have the entire frequency continuity run through this entire apparatus in a closed loop circuit. Having the source energy being a highlighted focus obviously is self-evidently very important, such a focused spiritual device, so to speak, of a higher self blueprint. So I believe that concludes the entire mineral composition of this device. And the core itself is actually set on cedarwood from my lovely backyard right here. And cedarwood was utilized by Solomon the Wise to actually build his temple in Temple Mount in the holy city of David, or Jerusalem, and has also been utilized for different magical practices for a very time immemorial, actually, truth be told. And hence the utilization of the cedar wood has a certain vibration that's a connotation of old high magic utilized in the old world timelines. And that concludes the composition of the device. So in conclusion, the device of purity is designed to dramatically purify the entire energy field through the high crown induction, then to further ground that energy throughout the entire matrix into the earth for processing, which of course arcs the high celestial purple ray stimulation of the crown chakra, grounded through the entire body into the earth meridian matrix for reprocessing to make a very powerful purification shield. Hence the archetypal name of purity is being honored by the stones set in the ignition order to produce a closed loop circuit of the broadcast of purity. I hope this video was helpful for anybody that's viewing this for relevancy of a purification platform, and that a good day is had. Aho.